Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Gemini is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button. Leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free. It does not cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Gemini, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And here is your star. This is your essence, but this is your highest aspiration, right? This is your dream that sometimes might feel like it's way out there, right? Think of the stars as these little pinpoints in the night sky, right? They're far away. They're far away. But perhaps you know which one out there is yours, and now you feel guided in a direction. You feel a sense of purpose. You feel a sense of fate, destiny. You feel a commitment, You feel this aspiration strongly. But maybe this goal isn't as far away as we think. Yeah. But even if it is, it feels like this is that purpose, that meaningful life. Doesn't matter how far away it is. We're going to keep going in that direction. And I think Spirit has illuminated the path before you. And even if it takes a lifetime, this is what we are destined for. Right? I think there's a certain mystery in that star card, though. I think there are a few mysteries in the star card, to be honest with you. And we'll explore a few of those, but let's put out some more cards. Now we've got the Princess of Cups. This is now suggesting that your fate, your destiny, is not one particular thing. It's not a thing, it's not a destination. It is a continual process of expansion, a continual process of manifestation. The Princess of Cups, this represents your dreams ready to manifest. This is you realizing that your destiny, your fate, is to manifest your dreams, plural, right? An ongoing journey. And when we get closer to the star, too, we realize that this star is not a fixed thing. It's not one thing out in space that's never changing, never moving. We realize that the stars are hurtling through space, faster than we are, really. Two of Cups. Princess of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. We're understanding, we're gaining some wisdom here. I feel like we're realizing something. There's a difficult challenge here. You see all these moving parts. It's almost like we're looking inside the machine, and you think, aha, I know how it works, right? And that gives us, I think, a lot of inspiration here. We have air, we have fire. We have fire. We have fire. More and more fire building. Now we feel motivated. We feel like we understand something. And the star card too is a spiritual insight. We're getting some insight into what is making this problem function, right? What is not functioning, right? Getting some insight, some wisdom into what this problem really is. Now, this could be something at work. It could be something in your family life, your friend life, your romantic life. There's something that's not really functioning the way it should. Okay? And I think Spirit's showing you the way. Spirit is shining a flashlight on a certain little gizmo in there and telling you that's why it doesn't work. We could be talking about something emotional. We do have that Princess of Cups after all, right? But I feel like once you know where the dysfunction is coming from, we can fix it. We can upgrade the parts. And when you know how something works, you can take it apart and you can rebuild it. You can upgrade it. You can make it better. You can improve the machine. And with all this creative fire that we have over here, I feel like you're in the process now of this upgrade, this rebuilding of something bigger and better than it was before. Right? And it all comes really with this Three of Pentacles, understanding how this thing works, understanding why certain things are happening. Now, we're not just talking about a machine. Maybe you're rebuilding a car. I don't know. But we're talking about our life generally, our emotional life, spiritual life, our creative life, physical life. Right? Maybe it's we're realizing now what this destiny is, that it's perhaps we've been feeling as if, again, like the stars way out there. And we're feeling like I'm never getting any closer to it. No matter how much I try, no matter how much effort I put into something, I don't feel like I'm getting any closer to the finish line. Maybe the realization here is going to help you get closer to this star. Okay? And what I mean is, it has to do with geometry, I guess. Because if this star is traveling, then we can't just follow the star, because then we're going to traverse this really long path. But if we understand where this star is going, then we can just shoot and cut it off, you know. We can go the shorter route this way and intercept it, I guess would be the right word, right? So it's almost like we need to upgrade, we need to rebuild certain things in our life, and it's not a shortcut necessarily, but it's more efficient. It's kind of, it's a deeper understanding that's allowing us to do things in a more efficient, more economical way. It's leading us to greater success. We're not cutting corners, right? We're not skimping on the safety measures or anything. We are like developing new technology, right? That's going to allow us, we're refining our calculations, so to speak, so that we can get somewhere faster. Yeah. And I feel like this is part of what's going on. We have a little bit of air energy. I want to select the mystery card before we get too deep into this. I think this is definitely a major upgrade for you. This is a realization about your destiny, about your fate, about the way that stuff works, about the way what your destiny really is and what it really means. Okay? And maybe we had this three-dimensional idea of what our fate was, and we thought it was literally like a destination somewhere, a certain job we were supposed to have, or a certain relationship, or living in a certain town or something. And we wonder why it just doesn't happen that way. We're getting this deeper understanding, this deeper realization. And now we're upgrading our efforts, upgrading our lives. This is the mystery card. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to put Robo-Duck right there on top. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end of the reading, but it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need. Okay? If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. Let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise of intuition. All right? I think it'll be fun. Let's take a look around the room. What we notice is that our only major arcana card is this star. Okay? And then we've got fire, fire, fire. We've got water. We've got a little bit of air. We've got earth, earth, earth. Fairly balanced. You know, fairly. I think it's really actually pretty cool that we've got fire, 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 earth, earth, earth. 3 and 3 make the 6. I think this is a real harmony. Really understanding now how our creative will, how our intention, how our consciousness, fire to earth, how we are really supposed to manifest our destiny. First, we have to understand what our destiny is. We need to get this reconciliation between our heart and our mind, right? The air and the water. These all have to come together and figure things out, come to a deeper understanding, a deeper realization. And then we're able to get to work fire to earth. And fire, this is a common theme on this channel, the fire energy and the earth energy. It is that instant manifestation. It is that creative electrical circuit, fire to earth, heaven to earth, above to below, inside to outside, idea to implementation, impulse to behavior, right? Will to action, fire to earth, right? What gets in the way of that electrical circuit? Our humanness, right? Our water and our air. Our water and our air. So what I see here that if this is our destiny, this is what we're supposed to do, fire to earth. This is that electrical circuit in a symbol, right? This is what we're supposed to be, how we're supposed to be connecting the fire and the earth. But we've got this Princess of Cups right in the middle. So I start to wonder if we just have a need to sort out all of these different desires that we have. Maybe we want too many different things, and it's confusing us a little bit. It's confusing our heart a little bit. You know, we have all these dreams, all these aspirations. What is that? What is it that unifies them? You know, if we think our destiny is one, our fate is one, it has to be whole, it has to be unified, our will must be one. But yet we have a Princess of Cups. We have all these desires, all these different dreams all over the place. Maybe we need to realize what it is, what is that fundamental connection between all of these things. If you think of every desire you have, everything that you want in life, what is the Two of Cups? What is the glue that holds them all together? Yeah. What is the common theme here? Because then we realize that it is that love, it is that common theme, that is your fate. Not in how that fate is manifesting as different accomplishments, different wishes, hopes, dreams. What is the bigger picture here? Because your fate is not what you're doing. Your fate is not the Princess of Cups. It's not what you're doing, but how and why. And how and why are those human questions that tend to sometimes get in the way of that electrical circuit, right? So right now I think that there's too much of this water here in too many different forms that it's kind of interfering with the fire to earth manifestation. So what we need to do is unify all this water, purge, purify, get it all unified as one. Get our heart kind of at peace, really, right? Unify our heart, unify our desires. And then it can act, our heart can act as the perfect conductor of this spiritual electricity, right? And then the mind really has no choice but to go along with it. The mind says, okay, got it, let's go. Starts to execute the plan. This is the Knight of Swords, fire and air. So the issue really is, I think, different emotions, right? And sometimes maybe, we even feel that we don't quite understand what we're supposed to do. And that, again, is part of the root of the problem. It doesn't, in an abstract way, it doesn't matter what we do. It matters how and why, right? But in a practical way, it does matter what we do, because some things just don't work. We're doing something, and it just seems like we keep running into the same problem. Right? You're trying to boot up the machine, you're trying to start the engine, and it runs, and it's always the same thing. It runs for like 10 seconds, and then it dies. Or you start running a program in your computer, and it gets to a certain point, and then it just freezes. Or it just shuts itself off, We need to upgrade our software, upgrade our hardware. We need to analyze our desires and we need to take them apart, put them back together, right? And put them back together in such a way that they're all kind of geared toward the same thing. We kind of want all of our hopes, dreams, wishes, and aspirations now to be centered on this one aspiration. And that one aspiration, sometimes is called God, goddess, deity, guardian angel, spirit guide. And if we aspire to that, if we aspire to our highest and truest self, our highest conception of divinity, then we understand that everything we do stems from that connection. And that is the love connection that we've got with the two of Cups here. See, the Princess and the 5, right, these earth energies, we kind of are doing the same thing and running into the same problem. Maybe it's the same patterns that we're repeating in life, the same job. We get into the same predicaments. We find that there's this the same calamity keeps kind of reappearing in our lives, right? The 3 of Pentacles is your understanding that process, why that is, how that's working like that. And then once you know, then we can upgrade, then we can change things. So I think you are, right now, next couple of weeks, you're receiving this wisdom, this understanding. You're going to get some valuable insight into why things keep happening the way they do in your life. And then we're going to be able to kind of find that unity within ourselves and start this next process that we've got over here. Okay? And we start with the Knight of Swords here, and that's the fire and air energy. This is your mind that is ready to go. This is sometimes a mind that is very quick to act. It's almost like you tell somebody, yeah, I'm thinking about rebuilding the fence over there, and before you know it, they've already ran out there and they've torn the old one down and they've rebuilt it. But it's like, wait, I'm just thinking about stuff right now, I didn't actually say this is what I'm going to do. So the mind sometimes can get a little overzealous. And just because we're thinking about something, we're running through a scenario, you're feeling something in your heart, and then the mind just suddenly runs out and does it. And it's like, wait a minute, I didn't quite give the order yet. And that's kind of what we feel here with this connection with this water energy, with the heart energy. That we're exploring our desires and what we want, but just because you feel a desire and you consider it and you immerse yourself in that feeling of it, don't let the mind run out and get that for you. It's kind of like, I'm thinking about having hamburgers tonight. Before you know it, the hamburgers are being delivered. And it's like, well, I was just pondering. I was just thinking out loud, And so we have to be careful with that, because that's what this energy is. This is a mind that's very impulsive. It's ready to serve, ready to be of service, ready to be of use, ready to be needed, ready to do something, and it takes its orders from the heart. Well, we have to wait. We can't just kind of run away with every desire that we are feeling, that we are considering, that we are exploring. Because right now, I think it's a very intense time of that exploration. And the exploration of desires inside of us doesn't mean that they have to then become decisions, become the intent and the impulse, and then come back over here to behavior. I feel like this is what gets us in trouble sometimes. See, we have a lot of hopes and dreams and wishes and impulses and these feelings, and it seems like every time we start to explore one, the mind just runs away with it. It becomes will, it becomes intention, and then it comes back over here, and it becomes behavior, and then we find ourselves in the same problem again. So we need to tell the mind to wait while we sort out what's going on within us. Not every hope and dream and wish and desire and aspiration needs to become fire and then become earth, right? It doesn't have to become an intention and then a behavior. Okay. And so in a way, we're kind of being a little bit more refined. We're kind of being a little bit more picky. We're upgrading our preferences and our tastes, and we're, I think, discovering what's really important to us. We're understanding what the foundation of our life really is, what the bigger picture is. I think this is a major upgrade. I really do, because I feel like there is an upgrade in this fire energy. We see the 8 of Wands here, and this is kind of a scattered energy. Again, this is just like a mind that's just like, sending off for 8 different food orders all at once, right? That you're door dashing from all these different places. I guess you could tell I'm kind of hungry right now. But what we see up here now is a 9 of Wands. 8 of Wands, 9 of Wands. And the 9 of Wands is singular. It's one. It's strong. right? It is a mind that is connected with the heart. It is a sun and a moon conjoined. This is us attached to our star, attached to the bigger picture, not letting every desire become an impulse, every impulse become a behavior, right? Now we're upgrading our willpower, and we're saying, I'm making these very definite decisions, not these kind of, well, maybe I want to go that way and do that. Before we know it, we're already there, and it's not working out because it was just a pondering. It's just something that we kind of felt, weren't really sure if we wanted to do it, but before we know, we're already in the car driving. This is more self-control. This is more willpower. This is more of a resolve and a determination. This is more discipline, right? This is a major upgrade from the 8. We don't think it's not a very big interval, right? 8 to 9, but it makes all the difference in the world because now we're back to centeredness. Now we're back to this commitment. We know what our fate is. We know what our star is. Our heart is one, our mind is one, our will is one. And it's because now we understand what the pattern was, what we've been doing this whole time, and now we realize that it's not about doing 100 different things. Now I'm going to narrow that all down. I'm going to consolidate all that down to one will, okay? And I know that sounds like a contradiction because, again, it's not a matter of what you're doing, but how and why. The how and why is one, right? The how and why is intentional, decisive, not so whimsical, not so scattered, right? Again, it doesn't matter what, but it matters that you do it with intention, with heart, with a pure heart, with a clear head, and with a firm spirit. And I feel like this is a big upgrade. I really do. I feel like this is how you're going to really, really see an improvement, and we're going to get out of this, the pattern of this 5 of Pentacles. The Knight of Wands over here is this is the power of our impulse. Okay? This is fire, this is double fire. This is all just kind of this like flaming impulse, And it could either be down here with this or it could be up here with this. And this is the difficulty. This is the power that we're trying to control, this impulsiveness. If it goes down here, then we're kind of using every desire we have, no matter how great or how small, every wish, right? Every desire, every wish we have, we're allowing it to find expression. It's scattered, it's all over the place. We're not really in control. We're just kind of being led by those desires, yeah? But if we go up here, then now we are in control of those desires. Now, it's not that our conscious energy is overriding our desires, but it's neither our desires overriding our conscious mind. Now, the horse and the rider are one. They trust each other. There's this strength. There's this connection between heart and mind, between spirit and our desires, our aspirations, our wishes, our star, right? And I think that this is the obstacle, is learning how to harness this energy. Not to override it again, not to just kind of push it down, but to create a trust between our desires, our instincts, and our conscious mind, and our willpower, our intention, And so I think this is really the crucial energy. And again, down here is scattered. Everything, every whim, every wish gets some form of expression. But then up here, there is more strength, more determination, more intent. That the strength that it would take to pursue something with intention, to pursue our star, wherever it leads us, through whatever physical form, that kind of strength and energy needed is wasted when it's being scattered through so many different things and there's no unification. And again, when I say things, I'm not just saying in the physical realm trying to do too many things at once. Yeah, that could be part of it. It doesn't matter what you do, but it matters that you do it with your entire being, right? And that we have this unification and this trust between, let's say, conscious mind and our instincts, our animal nature and our kind of human nature, in pursuit of our spiritual nature, let's say. But I want to look at the mystery card. I want to see some satisfaction of this central energy. The star, the Princess of Cups. I want to see that we're not getting rid of the princess, neither are we getting rid of the star. We're not getting rid of our desires, we're not getting rid of our spiritual aspirations, right? Our human desires and our spiritual desires can be the same. I want to see something representing that. Maybe an Empress, maybe a 9 or a 10 of Cups. Let's say 10 of Cups. Yeah. If you have a prediction, I want you to put it in the comments down below. Let's see. And indeed, it's the 10 of Cups. Look at that beauty. Look at that beauty. This is the fulfillment of this will. This is a perfect life, right? This is the satisfaction of that spiritual desire, but we're not leaving out any other part of ourselves. We're not leaving out our human desires, our human needs. There's a unification now, that all these different parts of ourselves are going together in the same direction, with the same purpose, with the same will. Okay? This is really that happy life. This is that picture-perfect life. I think this kind of energetic spiritual upgrade that we're experiencing is going to lead us closer to our perfect life. Yeah. This is beautiful. And it's a life that we're very thankful for. This is the completion of some of this work and what it's leading to. Now, I don't think the 10s are the end of the road. I don't think that these are, it's not a finish line. It's not a stop. It may be a pause to appreciate, a pause to experience and enjoy and express gratitude. But this is a continual process. When you get to the 10, we know that a 10 is just a return to unity, right? A 1, a 0. It's just a return to that unity, and then we start again. We get to the 10, we get to the 1, the 0, 0, the 1, and then we continue the process one more time. But this is a pretty good experience, wouldn't you say? And I think this really is that true satisfaction, and it is that perfection that I think is only possible when our spiritual desires and our human desires are really on the same page. And our mind, our ego, our rational thinking apparatus is on the same page. And there's this trust between all these different aspects of ourselves. The horse is not carrying us away, nor is the rider of the horse suppressing the natural energy of the horse, right? Now, I've never ridden a horse before, to be honest, and let you in a little secret here. Never ridden a horse before. But it seems to me that it would have to be a trusting partnership. You don't want to just let the horse do whatever it wants. But you also don't want to be so strict with the reins that you're dictating every single movement of the horse, micromanaging the horse's every breath, right? There has to be a mutual trust. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. We work together. We are one. Right? There's no opposition. It's not me fighting against the animal. It's not the animal trying to just be itself, fighting against me. No, we're together. We're one soul here. Yeah. Really wonderful energy for you. We're going to do an extended reading. You can click on the link that's up in the corner, or there's a link down below in the video description that will take you to your Gemini extended reading. So I will see you over there. Okay? If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. Your new readings are Mondays and Fridays. All right, 6 a.m. Chicago time. I want you to know, Gemini, that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.